Well, the goal isn't for the frog to die. It just might happen to die. Just like the Kentucky Derby if a horse dies during the race.
I'm going to eat that horse 9 times out of 10. It's going in my tummy. Welcome back to Stuff That We Like / Enjoy, at least at this point in time. I am Caleb.
And I'm Christina.
We're the Castanedas, and today I want to ask Christina, what's something you like or enjoy? Sorry to cut you off.
It's all good. Sorry. I kind of cut you off and you finishing the sentence.
That's right.
Well, I thought I would do something a little bit different today. There was some articles in the news lately about some interesting laws that have been passed.
Okay.
And so I thought it'd be cool to look into some weird laws.
Let's do it.
And I found quite a few, but I've only pulled ones that are still in effect. Because there's lots of odd laws that have been discontinued. So I've grouped them into 3 different groups. So I thought we could pick the weirdest one from each group and then decide which is the weirdest of them all.
Super cool. Okay, right. Let's do it.
So I've pulled 5 from the western part of the United States, plus Alaska, because that just fits in its own place. I guess it's still western. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a brief thing about these laws, and you can let me know good idea, bad idea.
Okay, I love it.
All right, the first one is in Alaska, if you're visibly drunk at a bar, you can't stay there, but you can't drive home either. So an intoxicated person may not knowingly enter a bar if they're drunk, or if they get drunk at the bar, they have to leave. So you can't stay once you're drunk. And police actually enforce this, and drunk patrons can face up to a $500 fine. And many people pointed out it creates a absurd legal situation where there's no legal way to kind of get home from the bar. You can't just sit at the bar for a couple hours to become unintoxicated. So I guess, but you can't drive home. So I guess you just got to sit outside.
Or you could Uber.
That's true. Although in Alaska, I looked it up, exactly this thing. Like Uber's only available in like major cities.
Oh, dang.
Because Alaska is so, unpopulated.
Yeah.
I guess lower population.
So that's not an option. Mm-hmm. So the question is, do I like this law?
Yeah,
or
what do you
I
think?
Not like this law? Gut reaction, I like it because I'm not a fan of drinking. I don't like what it does to people. It doesn't really make sense is the problem.
Yes.
There's not really a solution besides to stop drinking, which would be to eliminate the bar in and of itself. So why not just not have the bar rather than have somebody get stranded, Mm-hmm. So that's my initial take on it. What about you?
I like it. Well, I think if there's any place you should be able to legally be drunk, it should be at a bar. And so I feel like if we're going to allow people to do that, that'd be the one place for it to be. Also, maybe cut them off before they get too intoxicated. But that just was an odd one. Just this kind of...
It's super weird.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah. Catch 22 situation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to, I guess for these rest of them, just read the law and then not explain a little bit about it.
Okay.
So I can maybe explain more.
Yeah.
So in Nevada, you cannot use an X-ray machine to fit your shoes. So you can't use an X-ray machine when trying on shoes to make sure they're the right fit.
No way. That's... Well, who would think to do that?
Well...
Would it be... hang on, let me guess. Okay. I'm assuming it's an athlete who's trying to get a really close fit for like a climbing shoe or a running shoe. But I don't... You can't even do it in your own home?
Well, I mean, guess if you had your own X-ray machine, I think that'd be pretty hard to come by.
But in public, you can't bring an X-ray machine.
Well, shoe stores can't have that available.
Oh, shoe stores. I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Or anywhere, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of radiation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that.
So that's why the law was passed, was for health and safety reasons. Because normally when you get like an X-ray, maybe for your teeth at the dentist, it's like once a year and it's one shot. Yeah. So I guess shoe stores were doing this, but then they were doing many rounds on somebody's foot, try on a new pair of shoes. So they're like,
foot cancer.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. That's a good one.
In California, there is a yearly frog jumping contest. But if the frog dies during the frog jumping contest, it must be destroyed and it cannot be eaten.
So a frog dies during the frog jumping contest.
Yes.
It has to be destroyed.
Yes. Immediately.
You should have. This is what your episode should have been. Like, it should have been: are these laws or are these not laws? You know,
That'd be fun. Maybe in the future.
In the future, because this sounds like a made-up law to start with. Am I a fan of this gut reaction? It seems dumb.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a fan of killing a frog because it didn't win a race.
No, the frog dies during the race.
Oh, it dies during the
Yes.
race? I'm still not a fan of it. The frog didn't choose to be in the race. The owner did, you know? So
Yeah.
I think that should be outlawed for sure.
The frog jumping contest or
Yeah.
the you can't eat the dead frog part?
I think that if the frog has to die during the contest, I think that you can't do the contest anymore. Otherwise just go hunting. Hunt a frog, kill the frog.
Well, the goal isn't for the frog to die. It just might happen to die. Just like the Kentucky Derby if a horse dies during the
I'm gonna eat
race.
that horse. I'm going to eat that horse 9 times out of 10. It's going in my tummy. So tell me more about this.
So there is a yearly frog jumping contest in California. I didn't save which town it's in. But I guess some animal activists thought it was not right. And so they put a law in place where frogs are viewed as athletes and not food. Therefore, they can compete for the sake of being an athlete, but you can't wear them out so they die and then you eat them. So it's kind of an animal rights situation.
Oh, okay. I'm a fan of that.
But the frogs are still in the contest. It's just if they happen to die, you can't eat it.
If they happen to die,
Yeah.
though, I thought dying was if
it's
you
just-
didn't win, you die.
No, it's frog jumping. Which frog jumps the furthest?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great with that.
Yeah.
Don't eat the winner frog or the loser frog. You know?
Any of the frogs.
Any of the frogs. Leave them alone.
What if the frog's dead?
What if it's dead?
Yeah, what if it hops its last hop?
Then you get kicked out of the competition and you get banned for a year because you killed a frog. Or never treat it as an athlete is my thing. You know, like massage its legs, give it electrolytes, get it ready to go.
Help
Put
that
the
frog
headband
out.
on it. Yeah,
That's so
Help
funny.
that froggy out.
Okay, in Colorado, you cannot put upholstered furniture, like a couch,
Okay.
outside on your porch or lawn.
In Colorado, this is not legal.
Yes.
100,000% agree. Yeah. It is the trashiest thing ever to have a couch on your front porch or in your front lawn that is upholstered. Although I used to have a picture of me on Facebook of me on a couch with a bunch of friends on the front lawn, but that was for the day because we
You were
moving.
moving out.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So I think that's the only exemption is to take a cool video or a cool picture.
And thus, we've had an outdoor couch at every one of your friends' weddings,
Yeah.
including ours since.
Yeah.
Although ours was brought inside
Yes, that's
for our
true.
wedding.
That's true.
So this is a law to discourage rowdy parties because college houses would have couches, I guess, on their front lawns,
Yeah.
and to reduce fire hazards. I guess I don't know why that'd be a problem, and also just to make the neighborhood look nicer.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My cousin caught a couch or was burning a couch because they used to burn their trash. And he poured water on it because it was getting out of control. And some of the upholstery of the couch came off of the couch and adhered to his legs
No.
while it was burning. Yeah. So
Wow.
it is a fire hazard in more than one sense. Not just that it's easy to light on fire,
Dang,
but that
yeah.
it can fly everywhere.
Yeah, one of my brother's friends lit a couch on fire with gasoline, but then the gasoline traveled back up the stream. The fire did up the stream of gasoline and burnt his leg really bad.
Oh my God.
And he was taken to the hospital and had to do skin grafts, and they did it with pig skin. But one of his best friend's moms is like super religious. And so she was like, "You've defiled yourself because you have an unclean animal's skin on." So she like would pray over it. So maybe, another reason to not have a couch on your lawn.
Yeah.
All right, this
That's
is the
hilarious.
fifth one. This is the last one from the West. Idaho. Cannibalism is illegal except for in survival situations.
I'm for it. 100%.
Love it.
Because that person has to be dead.
Yes.
But that's the only stipulation. They have to be dead, and then you can eat their body.
Exactly.
But what would you rather, eat the body of a loved one who said, hey, when I'm dead, eat my body to survive and then survive? Or would you rather just die?
Oh, I would probably eat you. But not a lot of you.
Me.
Well, I mean, I'm not imagining I'd be in that situation with many loved ones.
So rude. You're going to live on without me? We're dying together.
Matters what age I am.
Oh my God.
But I can't eat too much or else I think there's iron toxicity or something.
At what age do you think you wouldn't eat my body for survival?
I don't know, 82?
82?
Matters how good I am physically in shape.
That's
if I'm
so
still
much
feeling
older.
good. What age would you give up at?
Probably like 70.
Okay, so we're not that far off.
Not too far off now. I have to put myself in that situation. Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't come up with it.
Yeah, go
So
for
this is an interesting law in Idaho that's had to be clarified a couple different times. So Idaho has a law that makes it illegal to willingly ingest flesh or blood of a human being. If somebody forces you to eat flesh, you don't get in trouble. They do. So that's the willingly part.
Okay.
And if you do eat somebody, it's punishable for up to 14 years in prison. Well, then people, because there's some weird people out there, they're like, well, what if I want my friend to eat my foot and I cut off my own foot? They're like, well, that means you're mentally ill. So that's illegal too, even if you're willingly offering up a part of your body.
Yeah.
But the law they have made a kind of addendum to it that if the action was taken under extreme life-threatening conditions where it was the only means of survival, it's like you're out in the woods and your friend dies, then you can eat them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But there's that gray area of desecrating a corpse or ruining a crime scene.
Oh, no.
And so they've actually never had to take it to court. So it's never been a problem. But technically, you could.
Technically, it is breaking the law because you are tampering with a crime scene if your friend died.
Yeah.
So either way, you're screwed.
Exactly. But yeah. So out of those 5, being Alaska, you can't get drunk at a bar. Nevada, you can't use an x-ray for your foot. California, dead frogs. Colorado, lawn furniture. And the Idaho, cannibalism. Which one do you think is the weirdest?
Probably the frogs.
Okay.
It's not as disgusting as the cannibalism, but it's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't have thought that up on my own if I tried. What about you?
I think, the dead frog one's the most unnecessary.
Okay.
I can get behind the reason for the other 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the one on our list, the dead frog jumping contest. Now for the eastern part of the U.S., these are some more weird ones, less logical, which I think of the eastern/southern part of the U.S. being a bit more that way. Alabama. You can't wear a fake mustache to church if the intent is to make people laugh and disrupt the service.
That's hilarious. That shouldn't be a law, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it's an Alabama code where wearing a fake mustache to church is fine unless you're intending to cause laughter and disrupt it. And the law was enacted about 100 years ago with the intent to maintain a level of decorum and respect during church services. It's not really ever been enforced, but it is still on the books.
Wow.
All right. In Georgia, in the town of Gainesville, it is a city ordinance that you must eat fried chicken with your hands and not use utensils.
Really? I kind of like that. I think it levels the playing field.
You're playing with your food.
Yeah. I think it levels the playing field when it comes to people who think they're too fancy to eat chicken with their hands. It's like,
if you're in the South, just got to dig in. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it. Yeah, so this law was initially introduced in 1961 as part of a publicity stunt to promote the town of Gainesville as the poultry capital of the world. And the law states that fried chicken must be consumed using one's fingers and not utensils. Although it's rarely enforced, it made headlines in 2009 when a visiting terrorist he should have been arrested. A visiting tourist was ceremoniously fake arrested for eating fried chicken with a fork.
Oh, wow. Fake arrested for eating. That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right.
Visiting terrorists.
In Illinois, in the town of Galesburg, you cannot ride a bicycle with fancy riding, such as like not having your hands on the handlebar. You must ride the bicycle as it is intended.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all. How are you going to show off to your friends when you're 11?
Yeah. So the city law strictly prohibits fancy riding of a bicycle on city streets.
Riding.
That's what the law is.
That's so funny.
Particularly citing, you must ride with both hands. You can't remove both from the handlebar. Both your feet have to stay on the pedals. And any aerobatic shenanigans are outlawed.
Wow. Yeah, acrobatic or aerobatic? Okay.
Acrobatic.
Acrobatic.
Is aerobatic a word?
I don't know.
Did I just say that?
You did.
Okay.
Well, that's all right.
Cool.
I got your meaning.
All right. One more from the South. In New Jersey, you cannot wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime.
Why? So that the police could more easily catch you or shoot you.
In New Jersey, a person wearing a bulletproof vest while committing a crime can have an extra charge against them for suiting up. Yeah, so just pretty much like a bonus charge. I don't know if you get caught.
I mean, I get it. That makes sense in a weird way. I actually get that one. Okay.
Okay, so out of those four, being you can't wear a fake mustache, you have to eat fried chicken with your hands, no fancy riding on a bicycle, or the bulletproof vest, which is the weirdest to you, or the most unnecessary?
I think the bicycle one.
Yeah.
It's really limiting, and it's like a free will thing, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think, and it seems like it's not a joke, like the chicken one.
Yeah, that one's a joke.
Fully a joke. This one seems too serious.
Yes.
So I'm saying no. That one.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, I mean, I understand that one more than having an additional charge against you if you're committing a crime, just because of what you're wearing.
I kind of like that one, though.
Yeah. But does that make legal sense? Like,
it does, because it's twice as much deterrent to commit a crime. Because you get double charged if you wear something to it. And it's just
so if the police shoot you, you have to allow them to kill you instead of wear a vest to prevent
either
it.
that or go to jail for twice as long.
No, but yeah, I think that the bicycle one is the silliest. I would agree.
Yeah. I see your point about the bulletproofness, though. That was like my second pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so now here are 4 weird laws from around the world.
Okay.
So this top one is the one which kind of sparked my idea for this episode. It's just passed in the UK and the United Kingdom, England, and the other countries. Starting in 2027, nobody born after 2008 will ever be able to legally buy cigarettes or any type of tobacco.
Yeah.
Ever.
I like this one. I think this is crossing the line when it comes to what people should be allowed to do.
Which is the UK's whole thing.
Which is just what the UK is about. But if I was running the world, I think I would do this. So as much as I know that it infringes upon people's free will, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. So the goal is to create a smoke-free generation is what the tagline was. So pretty much like if you're 18 now, you can, buy cigarettes, tobacco, nicotine, vapes for the rest of your life. But if you're 17 and 300 and some days, you will never be able to, even when you're like 80 years old. And it's anything with nicotine in it, even like nicotine-free vape products. But what's odd about this law is it's not illegal for you at 18 to smoke a cigarette. It's just illegal for the store to sell you the cigarette. So it's not making it illegal for any, which I guess is where, you have your rights still to smoke or vape or, do nicotine.
You just can't buy it.
You just can't buy it. So the store would get a fine, but you personally wouldn't get any trouble.
That makes it better. No, I mean it's going to incentivize younger people, the younger generation, to commit crime,
Right.
which is by making.
But it's not a crime.
Well, if they're getting product from each other, then it's going to be under the table. Is what I meant.
Yes.
So, but if somebody older for them buys it for them, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I don't know how much it will actually deter people, but yeah.
Yeah.
It just was an interesting law.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, here's another one that...
All right, don't tell me where it's from. I want to guess.
Okay, I like this. Lobsters must be electrically shocked or have their brains destroyed before you boil them alive.
Whew.
This passed in 2018.
That sounds like a down South America thing. I'm going to say Louisiana, U.S.
So these are all different countries, so none of
Okay.
it's the U.S.
All right. Japan.
Okay, this is Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay.
It's kind of the Japan
Weird.
of Europe. So the Swiss government has passed a groundbreaking law
Japan of Europe. That's awesome.
banning the common practice of dropping lobsters and other crustaceans into boiling water without first stunning the animal. So it's another animal rights thing, kind of like with the jumping frogs. So as of March 1st, 2018, the lobsters or other crustacean will have to be stunned by electric shock or mechanically destroyed brains. You have to stab them through the brain before cooking them.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
I like that. Minimize pain in animals as much as possible.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel like they would die just as quickly getting boiled as with an electric shock, but I feel like that could cause more harm to the humans trying to electrocute a lobster.
It could.
I don't know.
Definitely could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as like breaking down a fish, though. You want to kill the fish. If it's fresh fish, you want to put the knife through the brain. There's a danger, and the knife might slip and might cut you.
That's true,
You know?
but it's not going to shock you.
That's true, but you could also use the mechanical approach, I
Yes,
guess.
exactly.
Which is using like, I don't know
Yeah.
what they're using to do that. A hammer.
A hammer, I guess, right? Would you rather a hammer to the head or just dropped in some boiling water?
I would rather be like hammered before I get dropped in water.
The thing is, they better not miss, you
Yes.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's just you're in pain and you're in
Prolonging
water.
suffering. Yeah. Okay. This one is running out of gas on the highway is illegal.
Germany.
It is
Yes.
crazy. So it's on the Autobahn, which is their highway that doesn't have like any speed limits.
That makes sense.
So in Germany, it's illegal to stop unnecessarily on the Autobahn. Germans believe that drivers are responsible to keep their cars fueled. So if you run out of gas, it's seen as the driver's fault. And the law is in effect and can result in fines.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
Makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah. Our Amazon grocery delivery driver ran out of gas
They did.
in our driveway last week.
It's like, how do you let that happen?
I felt bad for
I
them.
did too, but
Yeah.
I was like, it must have been on E for like an hour for that to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And it's not like we got a lot of gas stations around us, but you were very nice and went and bought them gas and brought it back to the house.
Yeah.
So it's very
Helped
nice
them
of
out.
you.
I'm going to charge him though. Charge him.
How? They don't even have gas for
I'm gonna
money.
Take this straight to the German government. I'm going to have them deal with it.
You're like, two folks in Kansas City ran out of gas in my driveway. Okay, here's the last one. In Singapore, this has been a law since 1992. Darn it, I told you it's in Singapore.
Ooh.
Buying, selling, or chewing gum is illegal.
In Singapore?
Yep.
I'm a fan of it.
Okay.
I don't think gum is great for you. I don't think it really dissolves in your gut.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Well, I know, but people do, baby.
Do you?
I used to.
Okay.
I used to swallow gum. But even the good stuff, I don't think it dissolves in your gut.
Yeah.
And so I think it's fine if people just don't have gum. It'd probably promote a little bit of oral health as well.
No, there we go. So the government of Singapore wanted to keep their city clean and prevent gum from damaging public property. It was especially a problem where people would stick it on subway doors while they were hopping on the subway. So they just made all gum illegal. And the rule is so strict that if you bring gum into the country, you can have a fine. And it's a criminal offense unless you can prove that the gum is for medicinal purposes. But if it's not medicinal, it'll be a $1,000 fine.
Oh, no. For a pack of Big Red.
Yeah. Okay, so out of those 4, you can't buy nicotine products, lobsters have to be shocked, running out of gas, or no gum, which is the weirdest.
Man, I think the gum is the weirdest one for me. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't chew a lot of gum, and some like you could just have a mint.
Yeah.
Is it the weirdest or you support it?
It's the weirdest.
The weirdest. Yeah, I would agree. It's the weirdest because the lobster thing, I mean, I'm not a huge animal activist, but I wouldn't want an animal to suffer.
Yeah. Be nice if they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll take our top 3, which were if a frog dies during a frog jumping contest, you can't eat it. Mm-hmm. You can't ride a bicycle fancy. Or you can't chew gum in Singapore. How would you rate them?
Oh, man. In relation to how dumb they are?
Yeah.
Frog is number 1. It's the most upsetting too, which is a bummer. The gum is number 2 for me, and then the lobster is number 3. How about you?
Oh, the lobster wasn't included in there. It was the riding the bicycle.
Oh, riding a bicycle. That's probably... Oh, man.
That's tricky.
That's tough because I want that to be my number 1 because that seems like an actual injustice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make that number 2.
Okay.
I'll make gum number 3.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Mm-hmm. I would agree with that order as well. I would throw in there the fake mustache one, although I don't think they actually ever enforce it. But yeah, I would agree that the oddest one is that you can't eat a frog that died during a frog jumping contest.
Super weird.
I mean, obviously it was, I don't know if it was a problem, but
they're having like a frog boil after all these contests.
Exactly, sacrificing the winning athlete. My brother, he used to go around the country shearing alpacas in the spring. And there was one farm he would go to where they had a ton of alpacas, and they would sacrifice the worst alpaca each year and make them alpaca burgers and have like an alpaca cake and like made it like a shearing day, like a party.
Was it good?
Well, it was often like an alpaca that was kind of old and gnarly. And so I can't imagine it was very good. But anything made into a burger, is pretty edible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of the same thought. Nice. Yeah. So those were some weird laws. 13 of them from around the world.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah. All right. And now we're going to hop into...
You guys didn't see that, but I said, Christina, are you ready? She goes, mm-hmm. And then we just sat here for about 30 seconds.
It's been a long day. We ran 10 miles this morning.
We did.
I'm a little pooped.
We did. Well, 9 miles.
9.5.
Okay.
And then we had to walk. So we're at 10. We're at over 10 miles.
We are over 10 miles right now.
22,000 steps.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. My love, what is something that you like/enjoy, at least this point in time?
Thanks for asking, babe.
You're welcome.
Something I like/enjoy right now is the topic of the paleo diet.
All right. Man, we're working our way through all these diets.
I know. I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing them. So just going to keep doing it. So what is the paleo diet?
Tell me.
Ask? It's essentially this. You eat like a hunter-gatherer.
Oh.
So what do you think, top of the dome? I know you know a little bit about paleo right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that means diet-wise? What would you eat if you're paleo?
Unprocessed foods, I would guess, would be the primary thing. Mm-hmm. Meat, veggies, fruit, maybe beans and grains, nuts. I'm not sure about dairy, though. Is that kind of it? Those
are great guesses.
Okay.
I think you missed like one or two, but for the most part, you're right on.
All right, cool.
So what's on the table if you're paleo? This is it. Meat and fish, especially wild caught, like you said, or grass fed.
Okay.
You get eggs, which you love eggs, so that's great. You get vegetables and fruit. You get nuts and seeds.
Okay, seeds.
Yeah. You get healthy oils like olive, coconut, and avocado. And that's it.
Okay, so no dairy.
No dairy,
And-
no grains.
Okay, no
which
grains.
include wheat, rice, oats, all of them. And no legumes, which
Okay.
I keep forgetting this. Beans, lentils, and peanuts are off the table.
So you can have almond butter, but not peanut butter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no dairy.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I can get behind that.
Totally. And no refined sugar and no processed foods
Nice.
of any kind.
So maybe like honey is your sweetener.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is, in simple terms, if it existed 50,000 years ago or however long.
50,000.
I know,
Wow. I didn't know you were of that belief.
Well, I'm not necessarily, but this is how Wikipedia put it.
Oh, okay.
So if it existed 50,000 years ago or however long ago you think, however old the earth is to you, if it existed then you can eat it. If not, then don't eat it. So my question to you, before I get into whether this actually works or not, what's your gut reaction when somebody says, I'm going paleo?
I would be super supportive of it. I think
Yeah?
that's one of the easiest diets to do right without having a ton of intentionality to it. Like I like the vegetarian or vegan diets, but I think that many people don't do it in a healthy way. So I could really get behind somebody doing paleo. It's pretty much dairy-free, gluten-free, and then cut out the rest of the processed stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I'd be a big supporter of it.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Like, I've done paleo. It's really helped me in the past. It's one of those things where I found a diet that really agreed with the way my body reacts to it. So I think that's a majority of why I like paleo.
That's good because you don't do great with bread and dairy. So yeah.
Bread and dairy equals zits all over and a little pudge.
Can you have corn?
I think so.
Could you have corn chips or is that too processed?
No, it's processed.
Okay. Too processed.
Yeah. So you got to break it down just to the basics.
All right. I could get behind being paleo plus some chips.
Paleo plus.
Yes.
That's what we'll call it.
Occasionally. I
Paleo
love chips, which I never have.
Oh my
but
God.
I do love
chips
them.
are so good. What's your favorite chip?
Tortilla.
Yeah. I would say same.
Is that right?
I think, I think that tortilla, but I would say the tortilla scoops, like the Tostito tortilla scoops.
Very good.
With some Velveeta cheese or some of that Walmart white cheese.
Yeah.
It's like the white, and they also have the yellow
chili
cheese.
con queso one.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I mean, that's just made out of something not of this earth, but it is
for
so
sure.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Siete brand chips.
Siete?
Yeah, Siete. Yeah. I think they have cassava-based chips and then normal tortilla corn chips, but they're made with avocado oil. So I really like those.
Oh, they're so good. And they're real light too. I feel like they have a better, I don't know, there's something to like a thick chip when you crunch it that's nice. But then when you get like really thin chips, you can put a lot of them together.
Yeah.
It's almost like breaking glass in your mouth, but like good.
But they're
edible
strong
glass.
enough to still scoop up some salsa.
Totally.
We've got to have nachos soon.
I know. I'm hungry.
Sounds good.
So a little bit of the history of this topic. Here's what most people don't realize is that this diet has been around longer than the trend suggests. A gastroenterologist named Walter Voegtlin, first wrote about it in 1975. His argument,
He's definitely still around. He's very offended.
Yep. Well, 1975, he could be. His argument was that humans are essentially carnivores and that our digestive systems evolved on meat, fat, and very little carbohydrate, and that modern diseases were a direct result of abandoning all of that.
Okay.
So it was a very fringe diet, and almost nobody read what he put out.
Interesting.
But in 2002, a professor named Lauren Cordain published The Paleo Diet, which is a more polished, more science-forward, but still pretty niche piece of literature. The explosion really happened, though, in 2010 to 2013 when CrossFit adopted it as their unofficial diet. I had no idea.
I could totally see. Yeah, just like whole foods, basic, not getting inflammation from dairy or bad oils.
Yeah. So the food blogging era was in full swing at that time, and before after photos of being on the paleo diet started coming out. And by 2013, it was the most Googled diet on the internet.
Really? I had no idea it was that big a deal.
Yeah.
I believe is Whole30 kind of the same thing as paleo?
It's very similar.
Because I remember
I'd have
that
to look
being
it
a
up.
big deal around 2013. But I
Yeah.
think that diet is maybe you're allowed to have some dairy.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I think it's very similar.
From what I've heard, it's very similar.
Yeah, because when I Google like paleo recipes, I'll see like Whole30 recipes pop up a lot.
Yeah. And they're very close.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple things on some of those recipes. I'm like, I can't add that. That's processed food.
It's too processed.
So do you think it matters that CrossFit basically adopted this diet as their identity? Like, does the community around a diet change how seriously people take it, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think that if people are like, I mean, because CrossFit was a really big deal for a while. I mean, it still is to an extent. But if you're like, oh, this is the diet the CrossFit people eat, and it still feels attainable, like you're not having to like cut out a crazy amount of foods.
Yeah.
I think getting some inspiration from that would be cool, as opposed to like Olympic athletes. Like I'm sure a lot of them eat really healthy, others don't. But if like CrossFit as a whole was kind of like, this is the way we eat, it could be aspirational to kind of connect with.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I also think that the athletes that are coming to the CrossFit Games could inspire people because they're doing CrossFit. They eat this certain way. I can look like them, as opposed to like an Olympic athlete. I feel like those are individuals.
And you'll never be Michael Phelps,
Yeah.
but you could maybe be a mid-level CrossFit athlete.
Well, that hurts my feelings, but yes, you're right.
But it doesn't hurt your feelings that you could never be Michael Phelps.
Ooh, every time. The stab in the back. Let's just move on. So some facts about this topic. So here's the evolutionary argument and what it actually is. So the core claim is that the human genome was largely shaped during the Paleolithic era, roughly around 2.5 million years ago, if you believe in that.
Right. Therefore, paleo.
Yes.
So they're hypothesizing that 2.5 million years ago, that's how people ate.
Yes.
They had their avocados and their almonds and their cherries. Just bam.
That's it.
Some
That's all they had.
grass-fed beef. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Grass-fed beef, baby. So agriculture only showed up in the last 10,000 years. Again, if you believe that the earth is that old. So that's a blank, evolutionarily speaking. So the argument goes, our bodies aren't adapted to grains, dairy, or legumes. Those are too new for our bodies. The mismatch between what we eat now and what we evolved to eat is why chronic diseases are at such a high rate. So that's the argument for paleo.
Wow.
So where this gets complicated is the evolutionary premise has real holes in it. So first, humans actually have adapted to some agricultural foods.
For sure.
So people in populations that kept cattle developed lactose persistence. You should know about this. It's the ability to ingest dairy into adulthood, which a lot of us lose that if we don't have dairy for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Most humans on Earth evolved to lose that ability after weaning, but some populations kept it because of the cattle domestication.
Interesting. So if you had cattle, you then drank milk. But if you grew up in a society that didn't, you might become intolerant. Interesting, because I'm aware that I think the highest population that's lactose intolerant, maybe not highest, but in Asia, there's very high lactose intolerance, which I don't really think of like Japan or Korea as having a lot of cows.
Yeah, except for that Wagyu.
Yeah.
There's not enough Wagyu mommy milk to go
those
around.
are like really like specialized cows. Yeah.
I'm sure that they sell their milk for like buku bucks too. Wagyu milk. Never thought of that
Interesting.
before.
Yeah.
Cook some Wagyu beef in Wagyu milk.
Why would you cook beef and milk?
I don't know. Maybe boil
I
it.
think that's anti-biblical. There's
Something
something
like
about that. Yeah.
for sure. Also, humans who heavily relied on starchy foods evolved extra copies of the amylase gene,
Okay.
which is specifically designed to help you to digest starch. So the more of these genes you have, the more copies of these genes your body produces, the more starch you can ingest. And you can get more calories out of those carbohydrates.
Wow.
So our bodies technically have been changing over the years. And second, we really don't know what Paleolithic people ate.
Right.
It varied enormously. Like if you lived on the coast.
They didn't exist, first of all. So
Yes. First of all, if you believe in this garbage. But lots of people lived on the coast, and the majority of what they ate was seafood.
Okay.
And some people lived inland. The majority of what they ate was cattle.
Right.
And so we don't really have a clear picture of the diet back then.
Yeah.
We're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
We can make an educated guess, but it's still going to be pretty far off from what it actually is. And thirdly, our Paleolithic ancestors also died super young. A lot of infection, a lot of injury, a lot of predation. So longevity wasn't the pressure that shaped our diet.
Okay.
Survival was.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be healthy and not make some bread. It's like, eat whatever you can.
Totally. Yeah, your
We're
body's
starving out here.
Eat literally whatever you can.
Interesting.
So what research actually shows is there are legitimate benefits. And it's funny because a lot of these legitimate benefits coincide with keto.
Okay.
So just listen for those. And people who haven't seen the keto episode, go back and watch it because
that was a really good one.
Yeah, it was interesting. So number one, one of the benefits is weight loss, consistently documented in short-term studies.
Okay.
Another benefit is improved blood sugar and insulin sensitivity.
That's good.
Another benefit is reduced inflammation markers. And lastly, better triglyceride levels in some people.
Okay.
But here's an honest read on most of those results. They're probably not because you cut out grains, but because you cut out processed foods.
Bad oils, dairy. Yes. Just like most of the diets we've said, it's not necessarily that keto is rescuing you or being a vegan. It's cutting out all these bad foods.
Yes. So cutting out legumes.
Yeah, not eating
carbohydrates
like
and grains.
Jiffy peanut butter or whatever, Skippy. Is that it? Yeah.
The science actually isn't. It's harder to justify in regards to legumes and all the things we said that like grains.
Yeah.
But it is very easy to justify when it comes to not eating potato chips.
Yeah, like okay, you're like now I'm just gonna eat a handful of almonds and a banana instead of my Wonder Bread with my Jiffy peanut butter and my Smucker's grape jam.
Totally.
Yeah, that's full of corn syrup.
Right? Yes, 100%. Yeah. So, a couple drawbacks. From this diet: cutting legumes and other whole grains removes real nutrition from your diet, like fiber, some B vitamins. Some plant protein, and the research on beans is actually pretty good. Okay. They're actually pretty decently good for you.
Yeah, but you can get all of that in all the other food you're eating. You're going to get a lot more B vitamins out of meat or fiber from spinach. Totally. That's my thought.
It's not like you're going carnivore.
Right, or vegan where you're losing some stuff.
Where you're going to have to supplement the stuff. You can find other foods in the paleo diet that can just give you more of the stuff. So you just have to intake more of that.
Okay.
The second drawback is that it's expensive. Grass-fed beef, holy crap. You look at some good duck, some good chicken. My God. Somebody give a brother a break because it is socially pretty hard out here.
But I mean, you don't have to. I mean, grass-fed beef's the best, but you could still eat crap beef and be paleo.
You could, but it's removing the benefits of being paleo.
Right.
Because you're eating homogenized GMO food. It's just not great for your body.
Yeah, very true.
So you want to stay away from that stuff ideally.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you're eating carnivore, you want the best.
No, but I mean, grass-fed ground beef, it's like $10 a pound.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it because we're not buying it.
No, so, we literally are forgetting about it.
Next and last on the list, and this is kind of anecdotal, but it's socially just very hard to be a paleo.
Interesting.
It can be very hard if you're going to a restaurant, but I will say it's not as hard as if you were keto
or vegan
or carnivore only.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the most easily transitionable or I'm trying to say
the barrier for entry is not that hard.
It's very low. You can go to almost any restaurant.
Unless you're going to like a pizza place, I think you could easily eat something paleo almost anywhere.
Totally. A burger without the bun.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Easy to go.
So do you think there's something psychologically appealing about the idea that ancient humans had it figured out and that modernity is the problem?
Yeah, I mean, I think that can be a good selling point for some people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't convince me, but I could see people being like, oh, this is how people used to eat.
Yeah. This is a little aside, but I watched a YouTube video this last week of people that were allowed to eat only chicken breasts, carrots, and potatoes.
What a weird vegetable to choose, carrots.
Isn't that interesting?
Should have chose something, a green.
Like broccoli.
Yeah, that's something, yeah.
But they lost tremendous amounts of weight.
I'm sure.
Because they stopped eating when they weren't hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you can only eat so many baked potatoes, without a bunch of stuff on them.
But they also gain muscle.
Oh, cool.
Because when you are eating, you're eating protein.
Yeah.
You're eating vegetables. You're eating starches, carbohydrates. And so it's the most plain diet possible. But it was supposed to break them of their reliance on tasty foods and just tell them, hey, your body needs to survive on these specific things.
Eating to survive, right?
Yeah. So it was cool.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a little cool aside.
Very cool.
But a few key takeaways here. Paleo removes processed foods by default. This is the main pro that we've talked about with almost every extreme diet that we've come across. This is on the bottom totem pole of the extreme diets. But it just removes processed food.
Yep.
Which is one of the most positive things of any diet.
I like that.
Number 2 takeaway from the paleo diet is cutting legumes and whole grains isn't clearly supported by the evidence.
Yeah.
You might feel better because you're not eating processed bread, but it's probably because you're eating processed bread in the first place.
Exactly.
And maybe bread that wasn't great for you, and maybe the amount of bread wasn't great for you.
Yeah, I could see that. I can't imagine not eating black beans being that hugely beneficial.
Yeah?
Yeah. Huh.
What do you mean, like being that good for you?
Like that bad for you?
Oh, yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Third takeaway here, it works best as a reset.
Okay.
So a way to clean up your diet, get you back on the track, eating healthy, and then branching out to find the diet that works for you.
I like that.
This is, like I said, it's the least restrictive of all the diets we've gone through so far. So it's a good on-ramp to cleaning yourself up and then finding a diet that works for you.
Yeah. I like that. I think that's what the whole Whole30 thing is about, is you eat just whole foods for 30 days.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense. Maybe I'll do one on the Whole30.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it's different.
Yeah.
I'm interested though because in my mind, people in Asia, they've been eating rice since forever.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, certain things that they're like. The Paleolithic people didn't have rice or beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's interesting to me.
It is
because I
very
don't think
interesting.
rice or beans are inherently bad.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think the amount we eat them is probably the worst part.
Yeah.
I think that I'll eat 4 servings of rice as opposed to one rice ball, which an Asian would eat.
Yeah. Well, I do find that interesting that they've found that different areas of the world they've developed to digest certain things better.
Yeah.
So, like in Asia, not a great digestion of dairy, but that's why they have soy milk. But maybe they digest rice better than we do here.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. Very cool topic. I like the kind of history you brought into that. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's good.
Appreciate it.
Any last thoughts?
We're doing paleo right now.
We are.
And it's going really well. Like I said, I've done it in the past. So for me, this is kind of a return to a diet that works for me. But how are you feeling about it?
Good. I'm doing something in between paleo and keto.
Yeah.
And so that's been really interesting. I'm trying to do keto, but it's just so hard to eat that much fat in a day. But I've found it really good in the stabilizing. I really struggle with chronically low blood sugar levels that just won't ever get up at all to the level they need to be. And I have remarkably low cholesterol, like scary low.
Yeah.
So my nutritionist is like, you need to eat a lot more fat. And that's been helping me not feel all jittery and stuff. So I'm pretty much doing paleo with like an attempt towards keto, but I don't think I've ever hit the macros for that. once you've eaten like 120 grams, I'm supposed to eat like 180 grams of fat a day.
That's so much fat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm like, I think I've made it to like 120 most days, but I'm like, that's just a lot of fat.
So much.
You know, and like, and I don't eat bacon or pork or I don't eat a ton of meat either. And so there's only so many avocados one can eat in a day. But I've been enjoying it overall. I think it's been going good.
That's good, baby.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Are you liking it?
I love it. This is one of the diets that my body really responds well to.
Good. Yeah.
So I'm just riding it out.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Moving on.
Moving on.
What's something you would like to recommend to these lovely stuffies out here?
I would like to recommend if you struggle with low blood sugar or fluctuating, feeling really energized and then half an hour later, like you could fall asleep, to try out paleo with a real emphasis on eating a lot of fat. It's really been helpful. And I've been commenting that, like, although I might not feel like as super energized as I normally do, I definitely haven't been feeling the I'm going to crash tiredness. And so, I think if you struggle with, kind of feeling shaky or getting jittery throughout the day, blood sugar levels. Yeah. Yeah. Because for a while I was just trying to eat a lot more carbs to get my blood sugar level up. But then I was just continuing the cycle of crashing all day long. Yeah. And I was just like eating constantly, which is fun until you're like, I don't want to eat anymore and I feel horrible. So I would recommend giving paleo/keto a shot.
Yeah, you've been doing really good on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As if it's like an accomplishment. I'm like, yes, good job, body. What would you recommend?
I would recommend keeping a quote board for your relationship.
Oh, cool.
So I do this with us pretty infrequently, but once a year or twice a year, I'll pull out this little quote document that I have for us as some of my favorite all-time quotes from our relationship. One of which I forgot to add, but is of Christina. There was a really cloudy day one time. It was like on a Sunday, and Sundays are typically a busy day for us. And I came home from work, and she comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, I'm having a hard time." I'm like, "Oh, babe." She's like, "I tried to find the sun." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" But she meant that she had turned on all the lights in the house. And she's like, I tried to find the sun. So make things happier.
I love it. Yeah, because I think it had been cloudy for like 4 or 5 days in a row.
So many days.
And growing up in Colorado, it's like one of the sunniest states. So it's like we don't even ever have a whole day often that's cloudy. And just there'd been no sun, and I was feeling shaky and jittery. So I turned on like every light lamp imaginable in the house. You came home, it's like a studio all lit up.
It was.
I tried to find the sun.
I did it. I tried to find the sun. So that's why I recommend. Keep a quote document. It'll be fun to pull out every once in a while.
Usually people do that with like their toddlers, but we just do it with each other.
We do it with each other. We don't have kids, and so we're just gonna. We are each other's children in a way.
There we are. I love it.
All right. Lastly, on this podcast, we like to tell you about a couple things we have going on and that we have on social media. Christina is on social media at
See Joyfully.
I'm on social media at
Caleb C Media.
On Instagram, contact me for any video or photography needs. I also write music under Caleb Castaneda on all audio platforms. You can contact this podcast through Gmail at
stuffthatwelikePodcast@gmail.com
or on Instagram at
stuffthatwelikePodcast.
We love to hear your feedback, your critiques, your corrections, throwing us just a comment, telling you're thinking about us. It's always nice. So go ahead and reach out to us there.
Love it.
And I think that's all we have for today.
Perfect. All right. Well, this has been Stuff That We Like/Enjoy, at least at this point in time. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.